Live your life, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Conspiracy Farm, where we don't start the conspiracies, we just add the water. And now, your host of the most state-of-the-art, most informed podcast on the interweb, I present to you Pat Miletich and Jeffrey Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for war?
Yeah, rear naked choke of Cocker Spaniel, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Change the neighborhood up.
Conspiracy Farm. Go. Check it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? What's new, everyone? Anything going on in the news? You know what? Since, Pat and I, we figured since it was a slow news day, that today we're going to read from one of my favorite books, Go Dog Go by PD Eastman.
Please do.
Do you like my hat? No, I do not like your hat. Why the fuck would you wear such a hideous hat, you ugly bitch? It's a kid's book. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? Hope you're not losing your mind like I am. A little bit anyway. Just trying to mitigate the insanity because we're just surrounded by it right now. Doing a bit of not an impromptu. Fuck it. I'm off work. My jobs are closed. Patrick J is on the road coming back from Nodak, I believe, North Dakota. So pardon the sound, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to get this transmission out. We will be doing another one later on this evening. Or tomorrow, but since I'm off work and Pat's off, we're going to be knocking out quite a bit of conspiracy farmage, so stay tuned. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, since now we've been relegated to working from home, please support the sponsors, support the farm. I know it's a tough time for a lot of people out there, and a lot of our sponsors, several of them can address some of what's going on, man. Chemical Free Body. You can go to our website and click any of these that you wish to check out. Chemical Free Body, you got to get your greens, ladies and gentlemen. The Green 85, they will not have at the grocery store. You won't be finding people stockpiling Green 85 because you got to go to Chemical Free Body to get it. So go check out theconspiracyfarm.com. Click that link, promo code FARMER, and you will get a discount on your products, your gut health stuff, immune health stuff. I mean, this is some serious one-stop shop for what we got going on right now, folks. I just re-upped the other day, got myself 3 or 4 new packs of bottles of greens, gut health, the whole nine, man. Excuse me. Quarantine this, man. And then, of course, man, My Patriot Supply. I know we've had a lot of people that have ordered My Patriot Supply, storable food, good for 25 years, but they are backed up right now. The demand, and I'm not even just saying this to hype it up, the demand right now is so heavy. They're now looking at 6 to 8 weeks to ship. Normally, it's like 2 days to ship. So that just lets you know.
Well, this situation with coronavirus is the ripple effects of it economically are going to be felt far past 6 to 8 weeks, the time to receive your My Patriot Supply food. So I mean, you might as well order it because you're going to get it when you actually need it.
Yes, I'm not saying don't get it. I am saying it definitely jump on it because as these shipping lines are interrupted and possible lockdowns of here in St. Louis now. I guess it's everywhere now. Groups of 50, so they're putting a kibosh on that. So again, go check out. My Patriot Supply, prepare with the farm. That link is also to be found on the Conspiracy Farm. All of these sponsors here that I'm going to be mentioning, you can find at theconspiracyfarm.com. Also, ladies and gentlemen, again, as shipping lines are interrupted, we always want quality food in our bodies, man. Butcherbox.com/farmer. Get your grass-fed beef, get your organic chicken, your heritage pork, your organic salmon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it is at right now. Who else? We got the C4. Man, if you're going to be out, you
concealed carry clothing, beautiful stuff.
The Concealed Carry Clothing Company, thec4.com. Check it out. Some just really, really sweet gear, man. It's useful. It's awesome designed. It's comfortable. It's functional. And it could probably be coming in handy, man, because I tell you what, like Pat just said, the ripple effect here. We haven't even, the economic side of this is going to be bananas, and we're not even really going to see it for like a while. And as people's...
Well, and here's the thing. I'm wearing one of my C4 clothing undergarments right now underneath my flannel button-up shirt. I've got my Ruger 9mm with hollow points and 2 extra mags, brother.
He's ready to rock. TheC4.com.
This clothing works perfect, yeah. C4 clothing.
Absolutely. What else do we have on the roster, buddy? If you want to support the farm still, go to the online store, check out some gear, hats, cups. We got some new designs, hopefully going to be blowing up on those pretty soon. But yeah, specifically chemical-free body. Get your greens, get your gut health up, get your immune system up, and get some good meats in your system. And if you can, get some storable food, because again, this ain't ending anytime soon. And so here we are. Patrick J., how are we doing, sir? Driving back safely from North Dakota. How's life treating you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Not a lot of traffic out, as you can imagine right now. It's nice to see, and to be expected, a lot of grocery store and food chain semis to replenish and stock the shelves. But I'm wondering how much longer those trucks are going to be running if our shipping ports are shut down for numerous myriad of reasons, not just people on the docks getting coronavirus, but the injection of, now, what is it, $2 trillion in digital currency into our economy and devaluing the U.S. dollar. So how many of our trading partners want to buy or want to sell us anything when the U.S. dollar is worth so little?
Yeah. Oh, breaking news. Actor Idris Elba tests positive for coronavirus.
Does that mean she's been arrested for crimes against children?
Idris Elba's a dude.
Oh.
Got the
I'm just saying.
No, it's and that's what's
all the QAnon stuff is going crazy on that.
Oh
right?
my God! I mean, I just wanted to mention, okay, I'm no epidemiologist, I'm no virologist, I'm like everyone else. I'm like, wait a minute, seems
even
weird.
Even though you've caught a lot of things from.
Well, it's just not going to say common sense. It's listen, the numbers are not matching the threat. They're shutting everything down. And I would have thought, like last week when I saw all those sports leagues and everything get shut down, I'm thinking like you would think it would start at the grassroots local level and then blow up to these national global companies. But it went the other way around. They shut down all the big stuff and then now going to trickle it down to smaller stuff, which, like we said, is going to kill small business. But, as you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not to cut you off, but here's the thing. They're saying no gatherings more than 50 people. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to start having keggers in my backyard and cooking for people, and I'm going to charge per glass, just like we did in high school for solo cups, and I'm going to invite like 150 people to each one.
Well, see, my plan was to stay within the law. So my plan is a 49-person orgy, which will take place on a particular Saturday. It'll be an orgy of 49. I'll keep it right under the line, so I'll still be
48 women.
Well, of course, Patrick. What do you think's going on here?
Hey, can we keep this news-based? Come on, man.
Hey, are you kidding me?
You're always going that way. You're always.
Hey,
look, I know.
Either I laugh or I.
You're expecting a call from some porn producers.
Pornhub.
Not pork producers.
Listen, it's a little. It's quite. There's enough seriousness around that we could dabble in some jokes here, bro. We could dabble in some jokes. A little humor. A little spoonful of medicine. Spoonful of sugar helps.
Anyone out there listening who is in the porn industry, at least Jeff could narrate his own porn because he does a lot of voiceover.
Yes. My porn voiceover name is what I am retired from the business. Sweet Dick Willie was my industry name, but now I'm strictly behind the mic. But no, seriously, like I was gonna say, as you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, with Pat and I doing what we do, like last night, my phone, it's like bling, bling, bling. So many different scenarios. Have you seen this video? Have you read this article? Scenarios,
right.
Scenarios saying this is, like you said, this is a Q thing. This is the storm. They're locking down Italy because they're about to go in and mass arrest a bunch of pedophiles and Vatican people. And Tom Hanks actually was arrested. And Harvey Weinstein sang on like 30 people. It's just the variety of conspiracies have been quite fascinating.
Well, I will say this, that some of that stuff is plausible in terms of Harvey Weinstein only getting 23 years, where Bill Cosby got, forever and a day. It could make sense that Harvey sang on a lot of people. I mean, it really could. It could absolutely make sense. So, I wouldn't doubt that pussy sang on everybody.
No,
right?
Yeah, no, I just think it's bigger than that. I'm not sure, this is the Democrats trying to take out Trump, and et cetera, et cetera. Again, I posted, maybe I've said it to my daughter. Once they declare emergency and they do all of this stuff, and the fear, it's not even going to be the virus, ladies and gentlemen, it's this fear. Once they plant that seed of fear, anything now is possible. Someone just sent me a thing. There was a stabbing at Sam's bulk store over case of bottled water in the Quad Cities. No, that was, I think, New York. But somebody sent me the video of girls in the Quad Cities, where we're from, fighting over hand sanitizer. And I just saw these two. It was the big girl club, dude. It was like three biggins going at it over a pack of toilet paper, dude. These two girls were just serving up. This one chick just jumped her over some toilet paper. And that's just, 3 instances. And it hasn't even gotten that bad yet.
People have never seen, you see, the kids in New York who jumped that poor girl and stomped on her head and knocked her out to take her tennis shoes. And I said it to you before, they were doing that on a full belly. Wait until millions of people who are not working and aren't getting any money and their refrigerator's empty. Wait till they're hungry for 3 days. Wait till that takes place, and you want to see all hell break loose, buddy. It's not going to take long for all the grocery stores to get bum rushed and people stealing everything off the shelves instead of paying for it, and every shelf is going to be bare, and nothing new is coming in.
Well, and then, going back to kind of when people were saying, is this just about taking out Trump? For me, it's so much bigger than that. Like like we were talking last night, they're collapsing everything on, like, the global economy itself is collapsing, from the largest stuff down to local bars, restaurants, hospitality business, shipping, transportation, buses. We're all about to see it. All the kibosh pretty much get shut down on it. So, I mean, even just the professional sports, bro. If you were to shut down NASCAR, all just the sports itself, that's probably a few $1 billion. March Madness, it's insane. But then you move that now into, like, the real economy, the infrastructure, like I said, shipping, transportation, food and service and hospitality, teaching, all these big, man. And like you said, when the money runs out, and whatever they're talking about cutting everybody a check for, $1,200, $1,500, like, A, how long will that last? And B, like you said, what's the point of having money if it can't buy shit and there's nothing on the shelves to buy? I mean, we're looking at, like, Weimar Republic. What do they say? A wheelbarrow full of cash to buy a loaf of bread.
Basically. Zimbabwe, same thing.
Yeah.
All of it. So I find it interesting, though. I have an interesting situation that you know about. I won't even talk about, but in terms of people on spring break, family members, there's people that I know that are in Mexico right now. If things get hairy enough, they're thinking, well, we're in a gated community or resort on the beach. Where do you think, if the global economy implodes, where do you think hungry Mexicans are going to go first? They're going to go to the gated community and steal all the nice shit, right?
Desperate people in general. I mean, I guess, they're going to be a part of it too. So like you said, as this all hits the fan for everybody, dude, it's going to be some zombie apocalypse type shit. It's making doomsday preppers look like very fortuitous and very thoughtful individuals now. They don't seem so damn crazy. And the thing is, the last literally day, I woke up, my phone blowing up, and yesterday it was all about the lockdown. The U.S. is about to get locked down for 48 hours or 2 weeks or whatever it is. Like the full lockdown, like they're doing in Spain and Italy, where you need papers to go from neighborhood to neighborhood. Illinois shut down their freaking toll booths, and that obviously doesn't mean they're shutting down interstate travel. But I mean, that's a pretty hardcore, heavy move.
That could be the next step.
It could be
subways, bus stations, train stations,
and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
If they're saying people, you can't gather in more than 50 people, why would you leave airports and bus stations and subways open?
Right,
and
and
grocery stores.
That's what I was saying before about some of the things, the drastic draconian measures they're taking aren't matching what's actually going on, and like they're not. Why would you, if you're going to shut down travel to Europe? Why not? From Europe too. Like even like American citizens can come back in, but it's like they could still have the virus too. So some of it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, during the bird flu, Obama took over 1,000 deaths for Obama to do anything, right? There have been, 50, 60 deaths so far in the United States. Trump has already acted on a lot of stuff, and they're still blaming him. So this is purely political. The liberals are trying to blame him for everything, and they're trying to paint the picture. And as the economy gets worse, it's all Trump's fault. And
But
you've got Bernie Sanders
as we talked to
willing
George,
give everybody everything. Right?
As we talk, well, don't get me started. We just dropped $2 billion, like you just said. If that would have went to every individual, we would have each got like $6,000-$7,000. But it went to the banks, the Federal Reserve, which isn't federal as we know.
Right. Yeah, the bankers are living large, buddy.
As they always do. That's what I'm saying. There's no free market, dude. I mean, it's that crony capitalism. We'll save your ass as long as you're a part of the system. But you and I, as we engage in our small business, we don't get said bailouts. We don't get golden parachutes. We get fucked.
Right. Well,
but anyway, I was going to say, do you think, you said it was the liberals, et cetera, the liberals are collapsing the global economy? They released what we know is a man-made virus?
We'll just say the globalists.
There we go. There we go. I'm with you there.
Yeah. The globalists. No better way to destroy a nation's sovereignty than to completely implode its financial system, right?
Yeah.
Make it helpless and defenseless. Make the citizens beg for control, right?
That's what it is, dude. That's what they've always said. When you drop that fear bomb.
Control.
Yeah. Oh God, please give me that. Please give me that vaccine.
Yeah.
It's so people have said, is this some kind of beta test? Which it still could be, because I think they are reading reactions and getting metrics on how everybody's reacted to this. But, I think we brought this up since it's gone down. But our conversation last year around this time, oh, yeah, we did when we were with George. And the measles thing was going on. We were like, dude, we're one out. I mean, look at how they reacted to measles. And they forced everybody, they had restricted areas. And that was just New York. And around that same time, well, that wasn't, we'll talk about it here in a little bit, Event 201. But they've been planning for this for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what kind of test that was for this. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, and that's down the line. You think force vaccines.
The Hasidic Jew community got measles. Let's force them to either homeschool or get vaccines and see what they'll do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I think that was another beta test that these all could be. And that's people are like, is this? I hate to use is this the big one, the big collapse? But how can it not be, if not the big collapse, one of the biggest? Think about the level of unprecedentedness we've seen in the last week and a half, from shutting everything down to the stock market, complete collapse, biggest losses ever in the one record was topped by another record a few days later. And they're, like I said, all the different levels, dude, from bartenders, from just restaurant people like me. You got your event canceled next week in Arizona, hospitality. I mean, it's firing on all cylinders. From the economic standpoint, there's no stone unturned. It seems like.
Well, think about
unless you're a banker.
About the 2008 housing collapse, right? Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and some others had to be bailed out. Automakers, some other stuff. Well, this is everybody.
Yes.
Who bails out everybody?
Yes.
When there's nobody left to bail us out.
Well, and then what are you bailing us out with? The same dollars you done devalue? I mean, that are just basically toilet paper now? No pun intended?
The $2 trillion QE they just attempted did nothing to save the market. The market is dying.
Right. Nobody's asking how can we afford that, right? When Bernie's talking about Medicare or whatever it is, or free college, that 1.5 could have definitely gone a long way to giving everybody free college. Not that, and I'm not getting into that political discussion, but I'm just saying it seems that level of socialism for some reason gets accepted, like the TARP shit back in the day. And I don't know, because they're bankers, I guess they are more deserving than whatever people who can't do as much for themselves. But whatever, a little bit of hypocrisy. But at the end of the day, none of it really is going to matter, because when they're forcing you and I have had this conversation privately and even on air, and this is what people, we're like, in game, what is this? Is this a reset, et cetera, et cetera? Within this, if they keep hyping this virus, mandatory vaccines are right around the corner, and there are millions of people out there who are not going to have that. And that's going to create a huge problem. Even the social unrest that's going to come from the stuff we just spoke about, people with empty bellies. How much of the cops are going to want to, I'd much rather be at home with my family, or even some of the National Guard that I hear they're bringing in Florida, that they just brought in today in Florida and in New York. How much of those guys are going to be willing to do this shit while their kids and family are at home.
Yeah, you're spot on because you mentioned that. I was talking to a politician friend and fireman and law enforcement guy. I talked to a lot of people on my way home towards Iowa here, and my fireman friend and law enforcement friend both said the same thing when I asked them, when you pose that question or that possibility that when things get bad enough, the cops and the firemen, the first responders are going to go, you know what? You guys go ahead and kill each other. I'm going to go home and take care of my family. And they both said 100%. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We will leave you people to your own devices and let you butcher each other. We do not care. We will take care of our children and our wives, and you can kiss our ass.
It'll be Thunderdome, bro. It'll be straight up Mad Max Thunderdome type shit.
You know what? Hey, here's the thing. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't go around just taking shit. I'm not that kind of person. But if things get bad enough and people start doing that, there's going to be a lot of violence. There's going to be a lot of people getting shot. There's going to be a lot of dead people laying around. Just don't come to my house thinking you're going to get a bologna sandwich because you're going to get one in the face.
Get some hot nickels to the grill.
Yes. And so, there's a lot of folks out there like me, including yourself, who aren't going to take that shit. So,
again, I feel what you're saying, and the chaos nobody wants. But I mean, when we start to look at how much this has been engineered, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Event. What the hell was it? Event 201 that they planned in New York last year with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the World Financial Council, I believe it was, which were basically, a reaction to, literally, it was a reaction to a coronavirus. And then, you look at some of these coincidences, all the different CEOs who's resigned in the last month, one being Bill Gates, who just resigned from Microsoft board, as well as Berkshire Hathaway in the last couple of days. And it just find that...
Who just resigned today?
I think 2 days ago. I mean, considering, the rumors of him being somewhat in Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, being behind some of these.
No, I'm saying the CEO that resigned today.
Oh, that was man, I just sent it to you. Not Raytheon.
From McDonnell Douglas, was it?
It was one of those defense contracting joints. Let me see. People are probably just yelling it. I'll have it here in a second.
Yeah, no kidding.
But just another. The one of them was MGM, who resigned the other day, and of course MGM, just one of the many casinos who've closed now out there in old Las Vegas.
Marilyn Houston from Lockheed Martin.
There you go, Lockheed. Yeah, you were right.
Yeah,
so I mean that's what's going on. New Jersey governor is speaking right now. The governor of New Jersey talking about the New Jersey's National Guard is now there, being brought in.
Yep, and they're debating right now. They're debating for FEMA, the United States Army, implementing martial law. Lots of stuff going on, man.
So do you think that? So that's another one. Do you think that's happening? Curfews?
They're starting to talk about it. I know that some of the liberal politicians are pushing for it. So,
at this point, I think it's
under guise of the guise of taking care of the citizens, and we need to be safe, and we need to be this, and we need to be that. We need to implement martial law, and then if you say no martial law, and then riots start breaking out, well, the president's wrong again. It's his fault. All the other stuff. So they paint him into a corner where he says, "What could it hurt to implement martial law?" Right?
Yeah, but that's,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm just.
It's like let me frame it for you this way. Back when mixed martial arts just started, it seemed so barbaric the way it was presented to politicians and the athletic commissions and everybody else that it was, we've got to vote to stop this barbaric sport, and any politician who doesn't vote with us is just asking for someone to die in a cage. And so all the politicians across the board said, well, shit. I mean,
I don't want anybody to die.
I don't want to be the guy that said, let these guys beat the shit out of each other and somebody die and then I'm the bad guy. And They can use that in campaigning and everything else, right? So, that's the sort of stuff that they do.
Well, but they have to, in order for any of that to be acceptable, like any of these dramatic Patriot Act type things, they have to scare the shit out of you. And from my opinion, the things that they've used to scare us have been engineered and have been false flags. And so if Q and all this stuff about this is a big roundup, this is where the storm begins, if Trump is aware of this, then he needs to call that out and be like, no, this is bullshit. The CDC, I mean, I know he has to toe some line a little bit, but he's almost, by not calling it out, if it is horseshit, it's adding to the cascading panic that's already happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's allowing the Fed to...
Press conference, I heard him talking today, and it was he was saying, that the mainstream media is absolutely not reporting the truth. And he said it's a shame. I wish we could get them to report the truth. He really, even yesterday, he said, yeah, he was sitting at his table with his advisors, and media were gathered around it. And somebody asked a question from CNN.
You're breaking up, bro.
I'm not even answering. I'm not going to answer your question.
Well, how is it that George Pardos knows, and a lot of people who've done the genetic marking on this know it's man-made, and like he doesn't, or his epidemiological people and CDC people? I mean, it's all about the reaction now. And again, we've talked about asymmetrical warfare, and I think that's what this is to some degree. Who did it? I'm not sure, but I mean,
Right. Well, so I will potentially.
Hold on. Say that again, dude.
With you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Well, let's just wind it up, man. We just wanted to do a quick transmission. We will do a cleaner one tonight when you're at home with your mic and everything. Just wanted to shout.
Or tomorrow. We'll hit it tomorrow, probably when we're both fresh.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's only 2:00 in the afternoon, bro.
Yeah, I'll be home at 8.
Oh, you got a long way to go. Okay, no, that's cool. I'll probably do a live then a little bit later on. Shout out to everybody and see what's up, because I'm sure there's gonna be more developments here in the next few hours.
I'm still kicked off Facebook. I can't comment or like or do anything. I can't post anything on Facebook for a couple more days.
You've been Facebook quarantined, dude. You're a naughty boy.
For the 13th time, I posted something that with the guidelines and rules.
We didn't catch that. That was a breakup. But
for the 13th time, I posted something that was outside of Facebook standards.
Oh yeah, what was it?
So I have 2 more days on my Facebook arrest.
Was it something silly? Would you post?
I posted which one is the imposter, and it was a bunch of lips and then a butthole.
Nice.
And they all look the same.
Clever. Yeah, I don't.
Somebody was using brown lipstick.
Nasty. I bet you. Well, yeah, I don't want to end on that note, but I was going to say something.
No. A lot. No, and I'm joking.
No, I know.
Political post. So it was a political post. It was fake news. It was deemed fake news. And I've gotten hammered several times for them saying that I was posting fake news by saying this was created in a lab, or saying other things in regards to this, that it attacked certain DNA strains and Neanderthal genes.
Someone sent me a message today, said coronavirus is banned. The term is banned on YouTube.
Coronavirus is banned on YouTube?
That's what I'm hearing. Someone sent me a message.
Physician, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office.
Oh my God!
Wait in a line at the pharmacy.
All right, well, I'm losing signal, tough guy.
All right, buddy.
And we will talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Patrick J. Milicic on the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't be an idiot. Don't stab people for sanitizer and toilet paper. This too shall pass. Love you guys.